Yo, what is going on, guys, and welcome back in the post GP of Shanghai. I'm Ming and welcome back in a new video. Before we dive in, please drop a big like and subscribe to the channel to see more videos like this. This video was meant to be answering to your questions, to your thoughts that you sent to me on the Instagram story that I did. In the question box, I asked you, what do you think about this Grand Prix? Unfortunately, there were only 4 answers, so I think I'm gonna talk much more me about what I think about the Grand Prix and etc. more than answering to your thoughts and etc. I saw some comments, Ferrari bad, Ferrari here we go again, and something like this. So we're gonna start with the McLaren. Obviously a pretty difficult Friday, to be completely honest, a pretty difficult Saturday as well, with a car that was meant to be fast like the Ferrari for the sprint race and for the qualifying sprint race, but it was very nervous, very difficult to drive, and we saw Lando Norris firstly, and then also Oscar Piastri did some mistakes. So Piastri started in P3 for the sprint race and Lando Norris in P6. Oscar Piastri did a mega weekend, to be honest. He maximized in the sprint qualifying, he maximized in the sprint race. Ferrari, to be honest, was too fast in the sprint race for the McLarens, and as a Ferrari fan I'm pretty happy about this. But then we have to talk about Sunday. By the way, Oscar Piastri P2 in the sprint race with a Verstappen that was really too aggressive in the sprint race to try and stay in the DRS of Lewis Hamilton. He cooked too much the tires, and then obviously Oscar Piastri had the chance and passed the 4-time world champion. With Lando Norris very nervous, had a start, he lost 2 places I think, yes, no, maybe 3 places with that mistake at turn 5 or 6, I don't remember the type of corner, but you really for sure remember that mistake. Another mistake by Lando Norris that is not maybe ready to win a championship. Also in a dominant car like this, I really want to see Piastri, because Piastri was very fast in Melbourne, was maybe faster than Norris at a certain part of the race, and the papaya rules, fucking hell, destroyed a bit the Oscar Piastri race. Then he did that stupid mistake that we have to admit, but it was already fast. Here, he beat his teammate, and he can now fight really for the championship, I think, Oscar, with a McLaren that seems too fast for the others for the moment to fight. And so if it's gonna be a fight between only the 2 McLarens, I really hope there is gonna be a fight actually, not a domination of one of the 2 drivers. But if I want to support the driver of the papaya of the McLaren, I will obviously go with Oscar Piastri. What a weekend by the Australian driver. Also the race, pole position, mega pole position with the McLaren, with a new setup obviously, because there is park open after the sprint race. They changed something, and in a very good way. Oscar Piastri pole position, what a lap. Track record, after Lewis Hamilton did the new track record actually the day before. Pole position, and then the win in the Grand Prix, pretty dominated. No other drivers that could really fight with Oscar in the actual race. So very consistent driver, and I think he will deliver very good. Lando Norris, what we can say about Lando Norris? Mistakes in the qualifying sprint, in the race, in the sprint race. Then actually in the race, nothing could really do apart from that P2. It's okay that is maybe slower than Oscar Piastri in some weekends, like Charles was compared to Lewis, but we're gonna talk about this later on in the video. By the way, it's okay for Lando, but you can do some types of mistakes. Mistake in qualifying that I can maybe agree with, because also Oscar did it, and so the McLaren was really tough to drive, and so I can maybe forget that. But also the mistake in the race, no, I can't accept too many mistakes by Lando Norris again. Hopefully for him, he's gonna improve in this way, but yeah, still too many mistakes, still not ready, in my opinion, to fight really for a world champion if he has not a dominant car. I'm not gonna talk a lot about the really low teams, because there is nothing, to be honest, to say about, for example, Sauber or Alpine, that did pretty bad this weekend after a convincing Australia and convincing test as well. They did pretty bad. They did pretty bad also Williams in the actual Saturday and Friday, a bit better in Sunday, but still not fast enough, to be honest, to stay with the pace on Saturday and Friday with the Racing Bull. But that on Sunday completely had no pace, and did also some wrong strategies with Tsunoda and Ajar. To be honest, I don't remember a lot about this, but I remember that they did some mistakes in the strategy, so sorry if I don't remember it. But yes, they messed up a bit, but the pace wasn't there. So a convincing Racing Bull, but that don't convince. And then us, for example, I want to talk about the us a bit more, because the us in Melbourne, they did very bad actually. they delivered some very bad performances. I was thinking they were just 2 behind, like there was Alpine last year by the start of the season. But here in China, a very like a normal track, a track where you really see probably the performances of the car much more than Melbourne, for example. Much, you know, clear conditions, so you can really see the car, how it behaves. And my god, the ass, I was fast in the actual race on the Sunday with Berman, that was starting P15, P17, I don't remember, but very in the back, and he delivered some very good comeback. Ocon was starting in P13, 14 I think, somewhere there, and he did P7, then with the disqualification of Charles. Talk obviously about this a bit later on. Obviously he delivered P5 and Oliver Berman P8. I really liked the Berman overtakes where on the team races is chow. It was pretty funny actually. And then obviously what an overtake by yes, class, that is courage. Very good points for the Haas, 14 points. I think they have 3 less than Ferrari. That's pain for me, I'm a Ferrari fan. By the way, we talk about the midfield teams a bit. Let's talk now about the top 4 teams actually. By the way, before we go, very unlucky Alonso. My god, in Australia he touched the gravel of Gasly that went off just a few seconds before, and he retired. Then here, brake issues, the car wasn't braking from what we could understand. So pretty unlucky Alonso. He's gonna hope for the 2026, to be honest with that. Adrian knew that it's gonna deliver, hopefully for him, a good car to at least win one more race in Formula 1 in his maybe last season in Formula 1 next season. So hopefully for you, Fernando, you're gonna have a good season next year, and maybe this year as well. Pretty unlucky. By the way, top 4 teams. McLaren we already talked. I want to talk about the Ferrari later on, so let's talk about the Red Bull. The difference between Max Verstappen and Liam Lawson is pretty crazy. Like, from what I understood from F1 Unchained that did a video. If you're watching this video, you will never watch this video, but if you're watching, thank you so much. I saw his video where he explained very good. I will leave you maybe in the description if I remember, where he explained why Liam Lawson is struggling against Max Verstappen. Basically, Liam Lawson too aggressive in the drive for the Red Bull, that is really sensitive, and so Max Verstappen, that is really precise, a monster, an alien. He can really deliver the maximum performances out of the Red Bull car. So Red Bull, that for the moment seems 3rd fastest team with Ferrari probably, and yeah, but Max can make the difference. Liam Lawson has to adapt to the car. Maybe, I say maybe, there is this news that maybe Yuki Tsunoda is gonna get the place of Liam Lawson already from the Japanese Grand Prix, so next Grand Prix in Shu. We're gonna see if maybe Tsunoda is gonna adapt much better to the style, to the driving style you need to drive a Red Bull, that is really extreme to adapt to the Max Verstappen incredible and very fast driving style that no one can do. Very pointed on the front of the car. But I'm not very specific in this because I'm not the best expert. Obviously, I'm just a fan, to be honest. So from what I can see, as a fan mostly. So Mercedes seems very fast with a mega George Russell. That, my god, guys, my god, tell me if he's only one. I would say the most underrated driver in Formula 1, George Russell. What a performances. P3 in Melbourne, P3 here in Shanghai as well. Sprint race, P4, yes, P4 with the overtake on Charles Leclerc. Mercedes seems fast, seems a second fastest team, maybe just Ferrari third team with Red Bull. Because Ferrari, we're gonna talk right now actually, but Antonelli had damages actually in the actual race to the floor caused by the Leclerc damage contact with Lewis Hamilton, so that's why he did pretty bad, to be honest. I don't know why he was what he like as a driver of the day. Don't agree with it, don't understand it, but good points. Still with a damaged car like he had, so okay, Kimi, very good job, George. Mercedes are pretty cooking, to be honest. This year I didn't expect they to be that fast. What a miracle George Russell did in the qualifying in particular to be P2. Mercedes seems fast, seems okay. Ferrari, yes, Ferrari, my favorite team, favorite driver Charles Leclerc, is tough. Friday, okay. On the Saturday, Friday pole position as well by Lewis Hamilton. Mega, he has a lot of experience, one of the only drivers that drove here also before the 2024 that when came back into Formula 1 calendar. He did the mistake also. He was doing the same mistake like he did in 2007 when he went in the gravel at the pit lane entry. Luckily now there is no gravel, but there is asphalt. By the way, seems very fast on the Saturday, and also on the Friday dominated sprint race. He could do whatever he wants, whatever he wanted. Also with the tire management, that is one of where it really make the difference. They changed the setup with the park open and they messed up completely. Disqualification as well for the plank that was too it was touching too much with the car, and so the disqualification that obviously is right. I really have to understand on these disqualifications. So also with Leclerc disqualified for the weight, obviously they did with one strategy stop, so that's why as well, like for the obviously with the tire degradation, and obviously the weight is less. But disappointing as a Ferrari fan, because you see a very good Saturday, very good Friday where Ferrari is there, okay, and then I have Sunday that sometimes we saw actually Ferrari fast. Let's not talk about the disqualification now. Let's talk about the performance that they delivered in the race. Charles Leclerc for a few laps was the fastest on track, actually. Was pretty fast, had a mega pace to be honest, compared as well to his teammate. And I want to talk about this as well. Leclerc had a much better pace. Leclerc was really close to Hamilton. Already did normal start, passed Verstappen, and okay. Also Hamilton passed Verstappen. But then he was just behind his teammate and the team, I think, waited too much to do team order. I think they should have done it in the fourth stint. My god, fourth time I'm recording this part of the video. I have no words, let's finish this, come on. Flop and top about this weekend. The flop are Racing Bull, to be honest, on the Sunday, because they were fast Saturday and Friday. Then on the Sunday, pretty bad, and messed up everything basically with the pace and with some pretty strange strategies. Then Ferrari, obviously it was a flop on the Sunday. I would say also another flop, Norris and Liam Lawson. Norris all the weekend and Liam Lawson also all the weekend. Friday and VCARB only on the Sunday. Top of this weekend, the McLaren and Oscar Piastri, very consistent, we already talked about this. Then another top, how can it be not Lewis Hamilton on Friday and Saturday with a sprint race. Hamilton, the series back, but then on the Sunday just delivered the bad performance, to be honest. And then another top, in my opinion, obviously the Haas. What a weekend for the Haas. What a Sunday in particular for the Haas. Lots of points, 14 points as we already said. My god, this was the post GP of Shanghai. I hope you like also this setup to do this a bit more, okay, with this amazing microphone. By the way, drop a big like, subscribe to the channel if you like this type of videos. As always, it's been a pleasure. Cheers.